Welcome to Your Body at Its Best, sponsored by Performance Medicine. Here's your host, Craig Jenkins.
And good Wednesday morning to you, 7:25 here on Foxville 43. It's time once again for Your Body at Its Best. Now we're joined by Dr. Tom Rogers of Performance Medicine. You just got back from a very interesting trip to the White House discussing men's health. First, tell us about the trip to the White House.
Well, it was a Men's Health Forum, the first annual. It was just a meeting between a lot of qualified men's health experts. We met with the Department of Health and Human Services, the U.S. Surgeon General, and we talked about men's health.
You're typically engaged in practice here in all over East Tennessee. Why do men typically come to see you regarding?
Well, typically they're tired, they need to lose weight, they're concerned about low testosterone, preventing heart disease,
Check.
preventing cancer,
Check.
and wanting to feel better.
And your prescription to them is typically?
Well, typically I like to talk to them first and see what kind of history they've had. Generally I'll do some blood work on them to see what shape they're in cardiovascular-wise. I have a wonderful panel called the Boston Heart Panel that gives me a lot of information about not only their cholesterol and their testosterone, but the size of the particles, how inflamed their body is, vitamin levels, even some genetic tests. So I get a good baseline on where they are metabolically, and then we start talking about what they eat. What about testosterone? If they have a really low testosterone level, is it safe? Does it cause prostate cancer? Does it cause heart disease? And those are issues that I talk with them about.
What's the typical age of a man that visits your practice?
Typically anywhere from about 40 to 70, although some, I see teenagers. I do a lot of sports medicine, but typically your middle-aged man or woman.
Is the testosterone replacement products that we see each and every week, are they safe?
Well, with testosterone, you have to know what you're doing. Unfortunately, not many doctors do because we're not taught that. I did a 2-year fellowship in hormone replacement and nutritional medicine, integrative medicine. So, there's a lot of misleading things about testosterone. Testosterone does not cause prostate cancer or heart disease. It could if you didn't know what you're doing. Example, getting the levels too high, or if it's converting to estrogen, the female hormone, or if it's bumping your red blood cell count too high, it could cause problems. So you have to know what you're doing.
Ladies, trust me, we heard from you last week and we're going to talk about you next week. Until next Wednesday morning, 7:25, this is Your Body at Its Best.